Hi, my name's Tamira, and I'm answering evaluation question 7, which is looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full product? Okay, so here I have my final product, my front cover, and my preliminary front cover. So, in terms of the masthead, I feel my preliminary front cover masthead, it didn't really suit what I was going for. The aim of this task was to create a college magazine, and it looks a bit too bold, too unwelcoming for a college person. Whereas for my front cover for my final product, Sweet Sounds, it it actually grabs the attention of the target audience I'm aiming for. Um, Now, with the captions, cover lines, and pull quotes on my preliminary task and my front cover, I believe it my preliminary task, it doesn't really grab the attention of the audience that it's specificated to. So here I'm talking about how to deal with relationships and college at the same time. That shouldn't really be relevant for my target audience, as it was about 14 to 15. Also, I was talking about 10 tips to a healthier lifestyle that suits a more older range, like 30s plus. Now, in regards to my final product here, my cover line is Her Rise to Fame. Even my closest friends use me. Beyonce, untouched photos leaked. Now that will drag in my target audience, as it's based around the R&B artists, and it interests people. So in terms of the even my closest friends used me, that has a sense of controversy which will drag in a reader, even if they were not of the R&B group. Um, in terms of Beyonce, untouched photos leaked, that will drag in anyone because Beyonce is a popular um, person in the industry. Now, in regards to the mise en scène, my artist here, not my artist, my model here is wearing a gold chain and all black. Again, that doesn't really suit the brief of my task, which was to create a college magazine. It looks a bit unwelcoming because of the all black and the gold chain. It kind of makes it all about money and dress sense when it should be about the education. So I should have involved things like a book or a pen or something. Now, in regards to the front cover for my final product, it's the mise en scène is like a jumper, casual jumper. The colours is natural, and it suits the task for my product, which is to create an R&B music magazine, because the colours are neutral and colours are welcoming, and it just brings a lot of humility, which a lot of R&B artists have. Also, with the in regards to time management for my task, I created a lot of time for my final product because I realized how important time was in terms of research and planning in my product. I also realized in regards to the research and planning that looking at codes and conventions was very important. In regards to my preliminary task, I didn't look at any codes and conventions for a college magazine, so I didn't really know what I was including and what was meant to be in the caption and cover line. Also, I feel my skills in the Photoshop, my skills in Photoshop had improved a lot, because if you can see closely, I try to use bevel emboss and try to add drop shadows and contours to make things look, to add dimension to my text. And in some cases it worked, in some cases it didn't. In this section here, I think I added too much drop shadow because it kind of doubles the text and it makes it a little bit awkward. Now, in regards to my text here, I was a bit more subtle with it because I knew who my target audience was. My target audience loves subtle things, they're not too extravagant, and so I feel that I did well with that. With my preliminary task, again with the layout, I didn't know what I was doing really. I just put things anywhere, like in the bottom corner, that didn't really need to be there. Like the text here is just a bit all over the place. However, with the text here, it goes like that, so it suits one side of the page, and my artist's main image is on the other side of the page. This is actually an unconventional, as a picture is meant to be centered and meant to have text on both sides of the image. Also, okay, let's move on to the contents page. In regards to my contents page, but preliminary, like look at it. It's just not even good. Like there's so much space. I didn't know how to use my space well. However, I was kind of different and unique with the diagonal line with the pictures, which I'm quite proud of myself for. But in regards to the layout and the text and the sizing of the text, it's a bit off and doesn't really appeal to me. Now, if we look at my contents page for my final product, that's a lot more suitable because the text is evenly spread out, evenly placed, all the text sizes are the same. I've evenly placed these lines here, so it just adds a lot of professionalism to my contents page. In regards to the images taken on the contents page, it all blends in well with each other, whereas for my preliminary task, it's in different locations, which kind of makes it a bit awkward. So I feel that I've done well with the layout of my contents page. This is because I was looking at a muse called Rolling Stone. That magazine was my inspiration throughout this process, and it really helped me figure out the layout, the color scheme, the color design, and where the different colors are going to go, and where the numbers here are going to go on the page, and even the little detail here at the bottom which states the website, the magazine, what it's called, and the date. With my contents page, none of that is there. There's no detail, there's no like date, it's just empty. I feel page is a bit empty. In terms of my color scheme, I feel that I was cohesive through both my preliminary and final products, because I thought that's just normal, like all magazines should be cohesive in that way. So I think I've done well with that. That was with my previous knowledge of magazines. Yeah. In terms of the conventions of R&B magazines, I realised that with what should be in the text, it should be like a lot of drama, a lot of latest deals, in terms of, like here we have Trey Songz closes a deal with SX Liquors, so that's interesting for Trey Songz artist, which is an R&B artist, which will appeal to that social group. Also we have exclusive interview, we have TLC comeback, which is, I believe, is a convention because it just it's common to see these kind of things in R&B content pages. In terms of my preliminary contents page, it includes like relationship talks, 10 hot stories, including Lisa's Road to Success, which does kind of link in with the theme of education, but it doesn't really, I don't know, I don't think it really appeals to youth. Also, like, I don't know what I was doing here. I wrote top 10 tips to stay cute and educated. Like, I don't know what I was doing there, but I tried a little something. I don't know. So yeah, I think I've discussed the main points of the use of conventions and mise en scène and colour scheme and time management with my preliminary and front cover product. And so, yeah, thank you. Bye.